Hello everyone, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. I have here a package from Oblation Papers. They are a stationery store in Portland, and I won a giveaway while I was at the Pacific Northwest Pen Show, and I don't even remember what I won. So this will be interesting. But what I love how everything is packaged, but I also love this little card and just the note and like the little stamp. It's just so well presented that I don't even want to open it, but of course I want to open it. All right, so I know what each of them are, but it's still nice to, oh my gosh, I don't want to unwrap them. They're so pretty. Okay, but I just love the care that it took to wrap each of these. Christmas in August. Oh, that's so pretty. And then the paper as well. And I'm not great with opening things gracefully. Normally everything is ripped, but ooh. Oh, it's a Lamy Notebook. So this notebook is, well, this is all in German, so I'm not gonna understand it. So 90 GSM paper, and it's got grid lines like that. Oh, interesting, and it's a soft cover. Oh, it feels nice and bendy. Oh, the English is on the back, Karina. So Lamy ruling, 192 pages, 90 GSM ivory paper, 8 perforated sheets. There's a pen loop, ribbon markers, elastic band, back paper pocket, thread stitching, inner ink-proof paper, and it's acid-free paper. So I don't know what type of paper this is exactly, but I will definitely do a test on that. So that is the notebook. Second is the cute little box. It's like a little engagement box. It's very, very cute. And whoever wrapped these, I need them to come and do my Christmas presents, because these are just wrapped so elegantly. And like the washi tape and everything. Beautiful. Oh, I can feel something moving around in here. Okay. Ah, it's gonna rip. Oh! Oh, it may be my first bottle of Lamy ink. It's a crystal ink, Obsidian. Oh, all right. Let's hope it didn't leak. It's moving around in there quite a bit though. Oh, it's a crystal ink. I love the look of that bottle. That's beautiful. Ooh, I am going to swatch that. I'm very interested. Everything looks very black. Okay, so last but not least, okay, one more. I can do this. I can do this. Oh, there it is. If I'm sniffling a little bit, it's because I just watched the recording of the women's gymnastics, the all-around final, and I get teary at those things. I get teary watching like people hugging, and I watch, you know, people crying when they're seeing their family, and it's just, oh, I'm a huge crier when it comes to stuff like that. Okay. Oh, and it is a pen. So it has this cardboard sleeve with Lamy on it. It's a little bit of, it's got some texture on that as well. Very, very interesting. So let's move this out of the way a little bit. And it is, oh, that's pretty. This is the Lamy Studio. I have never ever thought of ever getting a Lamy Studio, but that is beautiful. Oh, with the clip action, and what size nib is that? Extra fine. Oh, that's satisfying. Oh, that is very satisfying. All right, I'm going to, well, first of all, just have a look at this beautiful pen. I love how it's sparkly. And then you've got the Lamy here, and you've got the clip as well, which actually it's not bad as clips go, but I like the way that it kind of goes flat and then it flips up. So it adds a little bit of an interesting detail. It is a very good clip. I don't use clips, but funny enough, I like having clips on my pen. You've got the metal finials, and then it's just a snap cap. And then when you open it up, you have the metal section, and then you've got the Lamy extra fine nib. And then when you open that up, nothing in there, but let's see what else is in here. Ooh, we have a cartridge with blue ink, and then we have the converter, and then the warranty and the design. So you've got, ooh, all the different Lamy models. So you've got the 2000, the Studio. Ooh, I like the color of that one. Very, very cool. All right, so let's put all this stuff to the side. I'm gonna test this pen out as well as compare it to other models of pens that I have so you can get a little bit of a size comparison. Let's do a writing sample, test this ink and test this notebook, and we'll go from there. So let's compare this pen to a few others I have in my collection. So there's the Lamy Studio, and of course I'm going to compare it to the Lamy 2000. They actually look like they're about the same length. And then compare it to a TWSBI Eco, my Esterbrook SD. And for size comparison, because this is normally the pen that's quite comfortable for me, it is the Pellicon M800. But I do want to also compare it to, let's move this down here. So we'll compare it to a few other models of pens as well. So let's compare it to, let's see here, I have a Sailor Pro Gear, which doesn't have the nib in it right now. And then a couple of others, starter pens. You've got the Pilot Kakuno and the Platinum Preppy. So you can kind of see what it's like in terms of sizing. And it looks like, compared to the other ones, it's a bit more of a narrow pen, even compared to the Lamy 2000, and I find the Lamy 2000 quite comfortable. So let's go ahead and look at these uncapped. So in terms of sizing, the smallest one actually out of the bunch is going to be that Sailor Pro Gear, and then the Lamy Studio is longer than the Lamy 2000, and almost, I'm just looking nib to end here, almost in line with the SD and the Pellicon M800. But if we're also looking at the grip size or the grip section, it looks like the Lamy 2000 is actually pretty comfortable and comparable to the Lamy 2000 and even to the Esterbrook SD. I'm just a little bit weary, I guess, of the metal section, but I want to try this pen out for a little while and see how I feel about it. So let's go ahead and weigh this pen. Let's go ahead and weigh the Lamy Studio. So capped, it is 33 grams, which is hefty, and then uncapped, it is 23 grams, and that includes the converter in there. So it is actually a good weighted pen. In terms of size, I have smaller hands, so I generally, you'd think that I would like smaller pens, but I actually like bigger pens so that I'm not forced to grip my pen so tightly. But it is a comfortable pen. It fits well in my hand. Does it post though? No, it does not. It does not post. This is gonna fly off. I actually ended up making it fly off in another situation, so I do not recommend posting. But that clipping action, that capping action is so satisfying. Oh, so satisfying. And I'm a little weary of the metal section, but I think it's actually quite comfortable. There's no step or anything, so it's an easy, seamless transition from the body to the grip, which I like. So let's go ahead and ink this up with the Lamy Obsidian, and let's do a quick writing test. All right, so here we have what I'm going to actually do my pen test in is in my Galen Leather A5 notebook, which has 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. This stamp is from a set from Everyday Explorers Co. And the grid behind here, which I also get a lot of people asking about, this grid is actually just a grid like this that comes with all of the Galen Leather notebooks. So here we go. I need blotting paper though, just so that I'm not, there we go, close enough. All right, so the brand is Lamy, ooh, and the model is Studio. That's lovely. The nib is extra fine, and the color of the pen was on the box. It is Black Forest. And it is inked with Lamy Obsidian. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. I can't believe I won a giveaway. The Lamy Studio was not a pen I had on my list, so it's nice to get a chance to try it. The pen is weighty, the grip section is not too narrow, but I can already feel myself slipping on the metal section, which may prove to be uncomfortable in the end. The extra fine nib on this pen is so smooth and wet and lovely to write with, and the Lamy Obsidian ink is a really nice black. So overall, I mean, generally good impressions of this pen. I do love a good snap cap. It's just so satisfying to me. I really love the overall aesthetics of this pen. I love that the black on here is sparkly, and when you put it in the light, it's just so fun to look at, and it's a nice weighty pen. It doesn't at all feel cheap, and that nib is actually a really great writer. I think for me personally, a metal section is going to prove slippery and uncomfortable, so unfortunately that is a huge thing for me, because if I'm slipping on this and then having to grip tighter, it's not going to be the most comfortable experience. But other than the metal section, overall this pen is actually really nice pen. I feel like I'm gonna say that thing. It's not you, it's me. It's not the pen, it's me. It's a beautiful pen. It looks like it's beautifully made. And because it has those Lamy nibs in it, you can certainly switch those out for other Lamy nibs. So it's the same nib as you would find, I believe, on the All-Star and the Safari, so you can switch them around as well pretty easily enough. So if you have other Lamy nibs, you can put them in here as well. Or I know, for example, Simona has Lamy gold nibs, and she puts those in her pens as well. So you can switch those, which is actually a really great thing that you can do with these. So then the Lamy Obsidian black, what do they mean by crystal ink? Is it supposed to shimmer or anything like that? But it's a black ink. Everybody needs a black ink, I think. And I don't use black very often, just because before fountain pens, I used a black gel pen, so everything was in black, and now I'm branching out to all different colors. So good to have a very basic black. Now, one thing I do want to try while I have you all here is this notebook. So let's go ahead and put some of the stuff away and try this notebook out. So we have here the Lamy Notebook. It's got your name and address in here. This portion that can come out. It's got a bit of a softer cover, and then you have the grid in here. Oh, I'm like, what's keeping it from opening flat? Does it lie flat? Not really, but I mean, if you open it midway, does it lie flat? Kind of lies flat. And then you've got the grid paper like this. So I'm going to actually write in the back, and these are perforated pages. So if I wanted to actually remove these pages from the back of the notebook, I certainly can. So let's find my clip here so I can hold this while I test on this paper. So I will be testing with the Lamy Studio. So let's bring this in closer. All right, so here we are testing the Lamy Notebook. And just even writing that, it feels like the ink just soaks right into the paper. And the paper is smooth. The paper is smooth, but I want to look on the back here. Did it bleed through? There's a little bit of shadow. Oh, you can't see that. There is, yeah, a little bit of shadow and bleed through on that. So if I did this, I can't even see that, sorry. If I did this, or if I was to do like a proper ink swatch and add a lot of ink onto the page, how would that go in the back? Okay, so a little bit, but it's not one that I would necessarily use for ink testing. It could definitely be good for just jotting down notes, but I wouldn't necessarily use this notebook for journaling or anything like that. I think it'd be good for just jotting notes and things. So there we have my quick little unboxing of my giveaway from Oblation Papers. Once again, thank you so much. I am so excited that I got to try the Lamy Studio. It may not necessarily be a pen for me, but I'm so glad that I got to try it. And I think that when it comes to trying pens, every experience is building on previous pens. So just because you don't find a pen suits you, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's a learning experience, and you've learned what you like versus what you don't like, and that is very valuable, especially when it comes to investing in pens in the future. So I'm so glad I got to try this and actually see another Lamy pen, because now I've tried an All-Star, I've tried a Safari and a Lamy 2000, and now I've tried a Studio, and it has helped build my overall fountain pen journey to say that I have tried this. And then we have the Lamy Obsidian. I love the name of the ink. I'm not much of a black ink user, but I think this one is a good one as well. It's always good to have a black ink in your repertoire. And then lastly, the Lamy Notebook. I love a good notebook. May not necessarily be great with fountain pens, but it's always great to have a notebook. All right, but that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and have yourselves a great day.